Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Um, I know this is probably going to be late by the time this gets posted, but I just want to say thank you so much for following along with me and hanging out with me this year. I may have one more houseplant video before the end of the year, but it'll likely just be a recap of some of the things I've done this year when it comes to the plants that I've grown or just some things I've purchased and all of that. So look for maybe on the 29th, which would be the last Sunday in this year, for kind of like a recap, year review of houseplants and Aerogarden and balcony garden and all the things that have been done with that I've done with plants and Aerogarden this year. So if you would love to see that, just make sure that you check back on the 29th for that. But for now, this is going to be the last official video, I guess you could say, or live video where I just show you one last time what's going on, what's current with the Aerogarden and with my house plants. And also, I just wanted to share something really cute that I did for the holidays, some lights that I put up and where I put them. And I'm thinking I might keep it up year round, maybe change out the type of light so it doesn't look so Christmassy, but um, the idea itself I really like, and it gives my living room a whole vibe like at night. So I really like that. So I want to show you that, and that's pretty much it. So if this is the last live video with me narrating, like I said, the last one will probably just be a year review short. But other than that, I just wanted to say thank you once again for um, watching, sharing, leaving comments, asking questions. You're always free to ask me any questions about anything you see in terms of the plants, the Aerogarden, anything. I'd be more than happy to explain or share where I got things, how I do things with you guys in the comments. Or if you want me to do a video on something specific, please feel free to suggest that as well. Also, just a reminder, like Aerogarden has gone out of business. I think they will be officially closed or wrapped up by February of 2025. So the website has been shut down. I think they shut down in like October, but you can still order the Aerogarden machines and other things from Amazon and probably wherever they're sold. Like I know Best Buy used to carry them. And so anywhere that they actually have them, you can still order the official Aerogarden. Now there are other types of hydroponic gardening machines. You can get them from Amazon as well. I actually have one, so maybe next year I will get that one started up. It works the same way in general, but I know like for what I read so far on the instructions, it kind of has a little bit of a different situation with the way you do the food and water and all that for setting it up. But I'll find out when I actually get started with it. But someone did gift me one, and from Amazon, and it's just a generic hydroponic garden. And so if you don't have an Aerogarden and you'd like one, keep an eye out. They might be on clearance or sale somewhere. There are still some on Amazon. And if you are, if you have some and you want to get some more, I would say go ahead and get them while, they are available, because they no longer exist. But that's all I have to say in terms of this. Again, just want to say thank you to everyone who shows up and shares and comments and likes and subscribes. And speaking of subscribers, I have 203, I believe it is, subscribers now. So we hit that mark. Probably the past couple of months I was at like 190 something, and then earlier this year I think I was in the 150. So people have gradually been coming along, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you so much to my new subscribers. And if you like plant content, again, Sunday is the day that I post that. But I will be taking a little bit of break between now with the holidays coming up and probably the beginning of the year. So look for some more plant content, probably starting in about mid-January, once we kind of revamp from the holidays and everything like that. And we'll see how that goes going forward until we get into the spring, when it's time once again to start growing new things, new plants are out, and all of that. Also, let me know down in the comments, are there any special winter plants or crops that you are growing, like any food, veggies, or just things that you like for winter flowers, anything. So we'll go ahead and get into the last recap of 2024. And again, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And again, I'll be on a little bit of a break for the rest of the year with the houseplants, but I do have a couple more videos coming. So if you do watch my other content, know that I have at least, I'm going to try and squeeze in at least two more videos for you guys. Usually they post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it might be a little bit off, probably will be a little bit off given the holidays, but I do have two more videos coming between now and the 31st. So let's go ahead and get into the last how it's growing for 2024. All right, y'all. Here is the Aerogarden. Yes, that romaine is still the original three romaine that I started with a long time ago. It has given me many months of salads. As you can see, there's enough for yet another salad right there, and depending on the size, probably two more salads. So I recently made one not too long ago, so that's why they look kind of like that, because I have plucked around and pulled some. But as you can see, the romaine does continue to regenerate. So that is why it just keeps growing. And so that's why I mentioned, if you guys do enjoy salads or you like lettuce, that is one Aerogarden crop that will give you tons and tons of production when they start going. So there was only three. I only did three here, and you guys have seen that I've been eating salads off this for months. So I would highly recommend that if you like salad, like lettuce, and you want to do it. And just as a reminder, I did this one with the grow your own. So I did provide my own seeds. I used back to the roots organic romaine lettuce, so you can create your own pods and grow things in the Aerogarden from seed. So the romaine lettuce is the first thing that I've done, and I also did kale that way as well in my other Aerogarden, and you guys remember that. So I had success with both the romaine and the kale doing it from seed. So my spinach never took off, but I'm thinking that's more so because the seeds might have been old versus the Aerogarden being the issue. So just a reminder on that. But again, this is my Aerogarden, and this is the Aerogarden Bounty Basic. If you are trying to check out which one this is, it does come in silver or black like this. And there are two different versions. This one does not have Wi-Fi connection. There's another one that does have the Wi-Fi connection. That's really the only difference in terms of how they function. Otherwise, they function the same way. The one with Wi-Fi is a little bit more expensive, but you can track it like on your phone and track and manage the levels on your phone. So if you like to be able to do that, then I would suggest getting the other one, but with the Wi-Fi connection. But otherwise, this one is great. It holds 9 pods at a time, or up to 9 if that's what you want to do, depending on what you're growing. And then I also have a 6 pod holder. That's the silver slim one that I have as well. So I'd recommend either of those if you are looking for an Aerogarden machine. Not too much to see here. We have, this is my one of my propagated pothos, golden pothos. As you can see, is doing well. It has developed quite a few leaves since I originally replanted it or repotted it from the prop station. And here's actually another one coming in right there. So it's been here. This is a self-watering pot that it's in, but because pothos don't require tons of water, I only put a little bit at the bottom at a time. And then even when it dries out, like right now, it's still okay because again, it doesn't require. So I'll probably put a little bit in before I leave to go home, because I will be going out of town for a few days to visit family. So I'll probably put just a tad bit of water in there, just enough for the stream to absorb. But again, these plants, pothos, don't need watering like every day, all day, and they don't need to be in a wet environment, because one thing the self-watering planters can tend to do is keep your soil moist, and the pothos doesn't actually need that. They just absorb when they need it. So that's just my advice on that. Of course, we have these. You might see some yellowing, and that's just because that happens when the plants are adjusting to temperature changes. This is my Brazil Philandrian. As you can see, if you guys remember, I added plant clips to help keep them up on the wall. It's two different strands. I don't think people realize like that was two different vines that were going across here, but you can kind of see a little better with the plant clips. So you can distinguish between the two. One actually kind of ends right here on the top of the door, and then the other one comes all the way down. And it has since grown down to it's actually on the floor. It wasn't like that when I first bought it. When I first got it, moved here, I think it was probably around here somewhere, but it has since made it to the floor. So that's awesome. I'm glad to see that it's happy. I love this plant so much. Um, Pothos here, both golden pothos. This is the one that's in the blue vase is the one in which I did the propagation for the ones that you see. And I'll probably do another one because I want to um, give this one like some more life. So I'll probably just like revamp this one eventually because it was growing down when I bought it and it has always grown down. So that's what I did with the vine. So I'll probably keep working on that one. Over here is the second um, round. These were like 2 or 3 cuttings from that same pothos here that I propagated along with the one that I just showed you. So also it's flourishing and has done a lot of new growth as well and still new things coming in. So I really love this one. It's by the window. It's a little cool. So we'll see how that goes because I don't want to lose too many leaves to yellowing just because of the cool air. And these windows unfortunately are not insulated. So it is like kind of colder than normal. So plants that aren't happy with cold weather may not like it over here as much. So I'm keeping an eye out on that. You see my 2 aloes. I have one up there and a huge one down at the bottom. The This other plant here that I really love, my croton, has been doing great. I do want to maybe try and propagate it. It's pretty simple to propagate. You should just be able to move it over, take the leaf and literally stick it down in the soil and it will start growing. And a lot of new growth has happened since I purchased it. So I'm going to try and maybe split it up because it is outgrowing that small planter. It grew much faster than I expected. And here we go over here, the other plants that are there. And the last thing I want to show you guys, really is the light fixture that I talked about. So I'm going to back up so you can see hopefully everything. That was just me walking into stuff. Don't mind my air drying clothes, but you can see I put just some white lights around framing my window. And I did use the plant clips for that. So if you saw my video on the plant clips and you were like, okay, I like them, but what else can I do with them? You can use them to hang up Christmas lights. And again, they don't actually cling to. They're not like squeezing the vine or the lights. They're just kind of like a holder. So it's just sitting in that clip. Same thing with the lights. So they are being held up. And again, they just have a adhesive on the back, like a command strip. So they should be able to be easily removed without causing damage. So you can see the lights come down here, but they go around the window. And really, it's such a vibe in my living room when the lights are on. It kind of highlights the little plant section. So I really like that just relaxing vibe that it gives. So that's the last thing that I want to share with you guys. And again, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I know I've said it a million times, but I do appreciate everyone for watching. And again, I'll be back in mid-January with more how it's growing. But for now, this is the last official how it's growing for 2024. Hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in the new year.